Hey y'all, I'm Tammy at All About Living and welcome to my kitchen. If you guys have watched our channel any at all, you know most of it is like really down home southern cooking, older recipes, things you just don't see anymore. But it has to have a certain criteria. It has to be thrifty, inexpensive. It's got to be easy to do. It can't have 50 steps. And it needs to taste really, really good. If it fits those three criteria, then I'll show you how to make it. Like tonight, we're going to have fettuccine with Italian sausage and hamburger. I love to play around with spaghettis. It only has to have 3 or 4 things to make a great sauce. Okay, so we're going to play with it. We're going to add a little bit more to it, and we're going to have a great sauce. All right, what you're going to need is some Italian sausage. I'm probably going to use 3 of those lengths. A pound of hamburger, some oregano and basil, a box of fettuccine, 3 cans of tomatoes, about 1.5 cups of bell peppers, red and green, 1 big onion, 2 carrots, and some mushrooms. That's not everything you need. You're going to need a little olive oil, a little butter, and a little heavy cream, like 1/4 to 1/2 cup of heavy cream to put in at the end just to give it that really creamy go-to flavor. Yeah, I snuck one in. My water is boiling, and Randy's like, how'd that happen? Yeah. Got it done. All right. I'm going to add my salt. Y'all know I love the salt pasta. Okay, it doesn't hurt to put that pile of salt in there because only like 10% of that salt is going to be absorbed into your pasta. And pasta needs to have some flavor. So, I put it to it. That's probably 1 gallon of water, and I probably put 1.5 teaspoons-ish in there, if not 2 teaspoons. Alright, and we're going to drop that pasta just like that. I'm going to whirl it around in that pot just a little bit. And whirl that around a little bit. Make sure I'm not going to stick. Ain't nothing worse than sticky, stuck together fettuccine. Alright, Randy's going to get a shot of that fire after all. We're going to get that sauce started. I'm going to put this on just a straight medium flame. I'm going to get that pan warm, and then we're going to start loading it. This is Trader Joe extra virgin olive oil. I really like this. Remember I told you a couple months ago maybe that I was going to give it a try and see if I liked it or not. And I really do like it. So y'all don't tell me if it's bad and not real olive oil, okay? Just let me have one thing. I'm going to put just a couple of tablespoons of that olive oil in there. And I'm going to put a tablespoon of butter. Gonna let that get melted and hot. Alright, let's get this cut up. One of my subscribers said that I had knife skills and that I was kind of scary. Well, y'all, I've been cooking for about 45 years, so I have toted enough cut fingers to know to leave my fingers out of it. Alright, check on your pasta. Make sure it's not thickened still. It's not. We're good. Now let's work on these carrots. Alright. Go right down the middle. And right down the middle. And then we're going to cut them crosswise. Now, little half moons. In go my peppers. In go my carrots. In goes my onions. We're going to give that a good little stir. And we're going to add a little salt. Just a little. Give that a good stir. And we're going to add that basil and oregano. And put as much or as little as you like. I'm probably shooting for about a half a teaspoon of each. There we go. Give that a good stir. And then we're just going to let those saute and simmer till they're soft. Alright, now, Randy really likes his mushrooms big like that, but I'm not that great a fan, so I'm going to just kind of meet him in the middle. Just kind of go like that. Just like that, just so they're kind of like all in half. Okay, just keep stirring, make sure you're not sticking. Nobody wants burnt veggies, but they shouldn't burn. I mean, on medium in a good Dutch oven, they should not burn, but always be mindful. Okay, pasta's all done and water's emptied out, and I'm going to take a little bit more of that olive oil and put just a little bit of olive oil in there. Take your tongs, move it around, and now no sticky pasta. Okay, my veggies are soft now. So we're going to add those mushrooms because they won't take but just a few minutes. And while those mushrooms are cooking down, we'll get that sausage ready. Italian. Okay, I just got some Aldi Italian sweet sausage, and if you like it hot, hey, by all means, use hot. Randy likes it hot, but I do let him have it every once in a while, but not today. Not today. Okay, I'm just going to take that directly out of And I'm just going to take that directly out of the casing. Okay, we're going to take that right on over to the pot. Okay, in we go. And we're just going to break that up. Move it around. Just keep working it till you get it loosened up. I've got this pretty well incorporated and broken up. Now we're going to add that hamburger. Which I can't get open. I can't open my Ziploc bag, y'all. There it goes. Alright. In goes that hamburger. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to break that up. If y'all have one of those star masher things, now it's time to use it. But my Spurtle works. I've been using it for years and years and years. Look how old that thing is. Alright. If you guys don't have a Spurtle, I'm sure Randy's got one in the description box thing below. That is the best tool ever. And let me show you another one. Mayonnaise, mayonnaise, jelly, peanut butter, butter. This thing just slides it on that bread. You have no idea. It is just the best thing since peanut butter, okay? It's just this little narrow Spurtle, and and getting the bottom of the jar, get every drop. Okay, we're getting this all incorporated and getting that sausage and hamburger meat brown. You want to make sure it's nice and brown and done. Alright, you guys, I really prefer stewed tomatoes or plum style tomatoes. But, you know, I just did that haul day before yesterday or something. They had none except for Italian style, which would have been okay for this dish, but I didn't want to buy that because I just like them plain. Anyway, so I have some plain diced, and we're going to put 3 cans of plain diced in there because that's what I have. Okay. In goes can number 1. Can number 2. And can number 3. And I know y'all are thinking, why on earth are you making a pot that big? Well, because I'm going to make enough for 2 or 3. And I'm going to put it in my mason jars and put a lid on it and stick it in the freezer. And then that's an instant meal. All I have to do is heat it up and make some pasta. Dinner done. Like I said, you know, why do stuff 2 or 3 times? Just go ahead and make you a big batch. Put it in a mason jar. Make sure that, you know, it says that it can be frozen, but most mason jars can. And then you just sit it in the door of your freezer and take it out when you go to work. When you get home, it's thawed enough to take out of that jar. All you gotta do is throw some pasta. 20 minutes, dinner's done. However long it takes to make that pasta, you got dinner. At this point, you're gonna turn your eye down, all the way down to low. Put your lid on it. And then just let it simmer for about 15 to 20 minutes. Alright, y'all. I just tasted my sauce. And those tomatoes are pretty acidic. And the way you cut that is with a little sugar. So I put 3 cans. I'm going to put about a tablespoon of sugar. And then let that simmer some more. And that should cut that acidic taste right out of there. Okay, before I put that last ingredient in this pot, I need to go ahead and take out what I'm going to freeze. So that's what's going to happen now. I'm just going to take it and put it in this mixing bowl. Let it cool enough I can put it in a mason jar. Or a couple of mason jars. This is a lot of sauce, y'all. And that looks good. That's probably a couple of quarts. So that's 2 meals. Alright, now we're going to put that last ingredient in this pot. Okay, for this much pasta, and I'm just going to free pour, but I'm probably going to use like a quarter, maybe a half, somewhere between a quarter and a half. We'll start there. Okay, and that's going to start to thicken up. And it's so creamy and so awesome, and it sticks to the pasta, and it's wonderful. Now, the reason that I went ahead and took that pasta out, or pasta sauce out, is because you don't want to freeze it with the heavy cream in it. Because when you go to cook it, or to reheat it, it'll curdle on you, and then it'll look kind of funny. So, in order to avoid that, just go ahead and take your sauce out first, and then what you're going to eat for dinner and the next day or whatever, then that's what you put your heavy cream in, and you're good to go. Okay, let's get this all plated up, because we're ready to eat. It smells so good in here, y'all. Let's get us a good scoop. Look at that.